Hi, in this video we'll be continuing with the C# video tutorials. We'll be going over file operations, so continuing file operations. So we'll be doing the example codes, continuing with that. So we will be learning to start. So today we'll be talking about actually handling file related exceptions. So we'll talk about that. I don't think we've talked about this before. So we talked about exceptions, but not about file-related exceptions. So we'll talk about file-related exceptions. So here we'll just we'll actually start with some notes, then we'll do this lab after. So to remember, this would be done maybe inside a method or something, but I think it will work in the GUI if you write it in a method. If you try to actually do any work here, it doesn't like it for some reason, but we'll just try it this way in the GUI app. So I'm using a Windows Forms app. So here we'll have, I've included this statement to use the library, system.io. Then here we'll just have some notes. So here we'll say, actually we'll just have some notes here like this. So here first we'll say, so it's a code example, but we're just doing it kind of just in comments. So we're going to say try here. Then within the try we'll say, I'll create a stream writer object. Named output file. So we'll say stream writer output file. And we'll say output file points to file.createText. We'll pass in, we don't have to pass a path in right now, we could just call it a file, just a file.txt. I've showed you guys how to create a file path in the last video. In the playlist, the C# playlist, you can just check the playlist. So then here we'll say output file dot write line. So here you can just say string 1, whatever, or anything. So you can write a bunch of stuff, which we've already done. Then we'll close the file. Output file.close, whatever you need to do in the file you can do. Then remember to close the file stream. This is up here is declare stream writer object reference variable pointed to file.createText. Call write line method for using your object reference variable. Close the file stream. So after the try block here we'll have catch, exception, E, whatever. Actually we can't use E. We'll just say exception, exception. Then here we'll say message box dot show exception dot message. No parameters on that. That's a hard one to remember, that it doesn't have any parameters. It's not really a big deal, to be honest. So messagebox.showX.message. Career test, might lose half a point for that, but it's hard because I think in Java they use this. It's exactly the same method call, just without the parentheses. I think. I kind of forgot, to be honest, but I think it has I think it's get message or message, and there's a method call in the end. So this must be some kind of other variable type. Okay, so that's it. Basically, just same idea. This is just to catch a general exception, so it'll tell you whatever exception. So if there is an exception, this is how you catch it. Just kind of the general exception. So basically, any exception that occurs, it'll handle that. It's not the best handle, but at least the program won't crash. Okay, so now we'll do the lab here, writing data to a text file. So I've already created the form here, so it's a label with nothing, no identifier. This text box here, the identifier is string text box or fruit text box. Actually, what did I call this? Write str button. Okay, this will go with str text box. Okay, so I've already clicked the write fruit button to generate the event handler. So we'll continue with that. So now we'll have, so it's really just the same thing. I don't even think we need to do this, to be honest. Actually, yeah, let's do this just to practice with the GUI elements too. Alright, so hopefully you guys have that set up, so let's continue on with the code. So I've already clicked the write fruit button. Or sorry, write string button, or write fruit button, whatever you want to call it. I just called it write str button, I just called it write str button. Let's take this one out. So here we'll go with that again, try. Why is it generating that crap for me? How do I turn that off? I'm gonna have to ask ChatGPT or Google it or something how to turn off auto formatting, or how can I turn off code completion or something, auto code completion. Actually, let me just Google that right now because that's annoying. So let's say how to turn off auto code completion rider. You can enable or disable auto completion using the show suggestions as you type checkbox on the editor general code completion page of the JetBrains rider settings. Okay. Editor. Okay, let's try this settings. It seems like it's almost backwards. So I'm going to click settings. And then it says to go to general. No. Editor. Okay. General. Code completion. somewhere here. Type matching completion. That's what I don't want. Sorry, I don't think you can see this, but you should understand how to get to the page. I'm just trying to turn off some extra code completion here. Automatically insert parentheses after completion. None. Actually, opening and closing is fine. I'm looking for the block of like the try and catch block. That stupid crap keeps just coding everything for you. So let's try this. See if that works. Oh, are you kidding me? It literally just did the same thing. What a piece of crap. Okay. Look, I have no idea how to turn that off, unfortunately. That is super annoying. That is ridiculously annoying. Okay, so try. Unfortunately, I won't be able to fix that today. Sorry for that. I'll have to ask ChatGPT because that didn't work. Google's advice didn't help. So here we'll go with try. We'll have a stream writer. So stream writer output file. So stream writer output file. Then output file points to file.createText. Path we're going to leave out. Here we'll just call a file name. So here we'll say output file dot write line. I'm going to write, so when the button clicks, the write str button, so when the button is clicked, then here we're going to say we're going to write whatever's in the text box. Whoops. str text box dot text, whatever's in the str text box. Whatever's in the str text box dot text property. That's going to be written to the file. Then here we'll just say output file dot close. That's it. Here we'll just catch the exception. So here we'll say exception. Then here we'll say message box dot show, and we'll call exception dot message. Oh god, this thing isn't even working. Exception. Now call exception. dot message with no parentheses on the end. That should be it. So what's going to happen is you can run the code. Well, if you want to actually this file to appear on your desktop, you can just put a path in here. Okay, I'll just show you guys how to do the path once more. And the stupid keyboard writer's glitching out here once in a while. It's faster than Visual Studio, but it glitches out sometimes a little bit here and there. Okay, so remember, for a path you'll have to include the @ symbol, then open the string. Then I'll just go with the path. The name of the computer. Let's go with desktop. Then we'll just go with let's go with C# file.txt. That should be fine. That's how you do the Windows path, I think. That should be fine. So what's going to happen here, don't really need to run it. So when you click this, when you run it, you enter, okay, so run it, so you can run it. Then when it says enter fruits, enter whatever you want. For example, this is just a fruit example, so I'll enter a fruit like blueberries or whatever. Click the right fruit button. When the button is clicked, because this event handler handles the button click, it's going to declare a StreamWriter object reference variable. Then take that and point it to the file.createText method, pass in the path. Then the object reference, the output file object reference variable is going to call the WriteLine method and write to the file whatever's in the text box at the time of the button click, and then close the file and catch the exception. So nothing too complicated. So that's the end of the lab. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys like the video, you can like and subscribe to the channel to support the channel for more programming and investing tutorials. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video, which is writing numeric data to a text file. We'll do an example of that. We'll then append data to an existing file. Then we'll do another lab. So that should be in the next video. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. Take care.